Hey guys, Marble Tyler from STG here. We got a little bit of a shorter video today, but that's because DICE responded to our complaints about the loot boxes and how it seems very biased towards the people that are going to spend a lot of money on their game. So DICE put out a comment, or a whole post for that matter, on the official EA Star Wars website. And they wanted to assure all of us that they're listening to our feedback. The beta just ended at that point 1 day ago. And they wanted to assure us, like, hey, we're getting a lot of news and a lot of information from the beta. It's very important to us. And one of the biggest things they're going to do is listen to us about the loot boxes. They're removing the most powerful weapons from the loot boxes, so you have to unlock them doing some sort of achievement, whether that's ranking up, whether that's getting so many kills with earlier weapons or something like that. And they also want to balance the system. They don't want you to be able to essentially unlock them all just by buying. You have to level up and you have to play the game to be able to get the higher level gear. So if you just keep getting a bunch of early stuff, you're going to get duplicate star cards, which is just going to get you crafting parts instead. You have to reach certain ranks to unlock those, so it's going to be like, hey, you got to play the game, once you're level 5 with the scout, level 10, not scout, the specialist. But once you're higher level, essentially you'll be able to unlock more of the higher level star cards. Which, in my opinion, that's a great option that makes people play the game. I can't go opening day, spend $100 and get the best gear. Instead, I'm going to have to play a lot of the game and then be able to rank myself up to get that gear. I think it's a very smart option. It makes people play the game. Yeah, I could still spend a lot of money and not have to do the little achievements to earn it, but I have to play the game to be able to have the best level gear. I don't have to essentially pay $100 and boom, I got the best stuff in the game. Now, outside of loot boxes, there are some other fixes coming. We have the First Order Flame Trooper, which sucked in the beta. I mean, there's no point using him. He was awful. He's getting a buff. He's going to get a little bit more firepower. I don't know what all they're going to do to balance him, but they are going to be fixing him. The Specialist Infiltration ability, which I don't think I used too much. Maybe, I don't know what ability that was, but supposedly that was a little overpowered, so they're going to tune that down quite a bit. The strike mode, they're trying to balance a little bit more, and they're thinking about making it a best of 3. In my opinion, you're still just going to be, if you're the First Order first, and then your Rebels, and then your First Order, you're still more likely to lose, because it's very hard for the First Order to, get the artifact out, at least from what I've seen. And then they're going to focus on more teamwork and more team play. They're trying to find a way of making you play as a team more, which in my opinion, they just need to implement the squad mechanics from Battlefield. Let you spawn with your friends, let you, essentially balance off teamwork and squad play. I mean, that's really what we want. That's what they need to do. I think that's the best option right now, is just implement things from Battlefield, because yeah, it might be a little bit more like Battlefield, less like Battlefront, but that's what people want and it works. I mean, Battlefield's a great game and that's one of the biggest reasons. Overall, this is definitely a great move by DICE. I mean, first of all, it shows that they are listening to us, even if it's, more or less a political play. It shows that they are listening, they're taking it very seriously, and I think it'll be not as worth purchasing loot boxes. I mean, maybe once you've played the game quite a bit and you don't have a lot of the gear, then, once you got those max ranks or something like that, buying loot boxes. But, I don't, if I go in and I spend $400 the first opening day, I'm just going to have a crap ton of crafting parts, and there's going to be no point, and it's going to be, honestly, it might even be frustrating on my end now if I were to do that. Which, of course, I'm not that kind of player, so I'm not going to go spend, several $100s on loot boxes. But it's a great update by DICE. I mean, I think it's a good way of saying, hey, we are listening. This is what we've heard. This is what we're going to do to fix it, kind of thing. I do think that the whole idea of taking loot boxes out is, one, impossible, two, not necessary. I mean, it does take away the season pass and the premium. It keeps the player base together. We're getting free updates and free stuff. We don't have to buy more. And overall, I think the loot boxes balancing is kind of a good thing. I mean, it's not perfect, and loot boxes are still fairly new, so obviously we're not going to be limited just to cosmetic items. But I think overall it's a good direction, and I think it's something unique that we'll see how it works for this game, and this will help just the gaming industry in general. Check back to STG for more Battlefront 2 and all games everywhere.